I'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcasts with young men. Let's dive right in. Let's go with ladies first. Nora, what would you like to accomplish in today's podcast?
I'm not sure I have anything today.
Luke, what would you like to accomplish today?
So with that situation with Bricio, I don't like I don't know what to do with it.
You mean now?
Well, now and before and everything.
Right. Knowing what you know now, what would have you done differently?
Probably figured something out.
So figured something out, or and
Not sure.
call me.
Call you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you guys had told me, so I was aware, like it had been mentioned, it had been talked about. Like I've got this big, family event. It's really important I get back to it. So I was aware of it. So I was glad I was glad, I was sad, hurt. Yeah, just absolutely all kinds of feelings. But at least I was aware of it. So I was glad for that. I was really glad for that. And so, but if you would have called me, I could have helped navigate you through it, but you got to call where there's still room. You can't call after the accident. If it's 2 hours away, you can't call 2 hours before. Well, you can't call an hour before the event. You got to get out in front of situations. Like this is what people don't understand. This is what men and boys and girls don't understand. When I say boys and girls, I'm talking about hopefully men and women in their 20s. But there's men and women in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s that their thinking is just like, where in the world did you get your thinking? Like, we talked about this yesterday with Alvin. Man, oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. That was crazy. And so, you know, so you got like people don't understand and they don't listen. They don't understand and they don't listen. Like, why do little girls just naturally go ahead? Like, you know, when we got the kitchen set, the play kitchen set, I'm like, I don't want one more. Like, is that going to get used? Holy cow, does it get used? It serves its two purposes. It's for the babies, so they don't go ahead and put it in and it goes down. That is one of the best things. And fortunately, I submitted to my wife. I didn't complain. I'm just shaking my head inside. I'm just not outside. I'm just like, we have so much stuff. And I don't want all the stuff. But and the boys a little bit, they come and fix stuff for grandpa. Like, hey, grandpa, but not much. The girls, they're they're doing it. They're 8 years old and they still do it. They come over, not as much as when they were younger, but why do they go ahead and pretend to make things and do things and doll things and all of that? What is that for? It's preparation to be a mom. They're preparing at the age of 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years old. They're preparing to be moms at that age. Some more than others, but all of them are doing some preparation. Boys, the same thing: competition, contest, conquest. Like, how do I go ahead and perform? Like, how do I go ahead and make a difference? And so, so it's hard. And so I have experience, Luke, you don't have. But you didn't realize the significance of it. You didn't realize the impact of it. And so, you know, if I would have gotten on the phone and talked to Bricio, I'd have said, hey, like 1 to 10, I don't know, send him back and have an Uber, have somebody else come out and pick it up. I mean, that's a 4 hour trip. I mean, Mark, are you willing to do that? I might. I might. I might. I might have done it. After talking Bricio, I would have just said, I mean, there's different events, right? There's hierarchical, there's some events you just don't miss. So how important, Bricio, is this to your son? 1 to 10. And this. And I'm not going to go ahead, and he understands it's 4 hours. Somebody's going to have to come out and pick it up. But that's not his son should not have to pay for adults, for us misjudging things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, would that have been a wise thing? Would that have been a wise thing, a good thing for me to come out and pick you guys up and bring you back? 2 hours, 4 hours, would have that been wise for me to do?
Maybe.
Guaranteed. Oh my goodness. I'd have had 2 hours of you guys within the car. We could have used that. You know, I mean, that would be stuff for the legend. Like Mark spent 2 hours, 4 hours. So Mauricio could go and be with his son. Yeah. See, it's easy to talk. I care about you and I care about your kids, and it's easy. That's easy. But is Mark willing to give up 4 hours? Yeah. Like that would have been stuff legends would have been made of. Like people would be like, dang, wow. Like, wow. But I didn't get an opportunity. So it's like, okay, what's going on? And would Bricia say, glad I brought my kids over to Riverside Retreats. Glad I brought them over and did the Easter egg hunt. Glad I go to Coffee Connections and my kids are there. Like winning the heart of, of a woman is awesome. It's absolutely the coolest thing in the world. Winning the hearts of multiple women is even more exciting. Of a child like JoJo, it's just crazy. I mean, that little girl, she confuses her grandpa. 8 years old, and I cannot get a read on her and I love it. She is so sweet, so nice. Grandpa, I want to buy some jewelry. Okay, sweetheart. Nora, have you guys worked that out to do the sewing yet? Is that
No.
okay? If I need to do anything, I'll watch all the kids. I'm fine with it. So if there's anything I need to do to go ahead and help with that, for sure, I'll help. And so yeah, Luke, you go ahead and pause, take a deep breath. When did you know you were in trouble?
Probably Wednesday afternoon, evening, I saw that it could go south.
I do appreciate your honesty. I'm really ticked. Like today's Friday. Yesterday it happened. You knew Wednesday? How could you know Wednesday you might be in trouble? I appreciate the honesty. The honesty is beautiful. I love that. But it's like how could you know Wednesday that you were in trouble and not do anything, not say anything, did you give Kenny heads up at all?
Not a heads up.
But something else?
I spoke with him once I was in trouble.
Was that Thursday?
Yeah.
At what time?
Mm, 9:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
10
So
o'clock.
yeah, so we had a lot of room there. A lot of runway there. Not as much as run as we did Wednesday. Like not as much Wednesday. Kind of put him in a little bit of a hard situation. Both of you need to think like who is the number one person that I want to impress more than anybody else? Really? This is the young men's call. Who's the number one person I want to impress more than anybody else?
Your wife?
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
I don't know. That's a man thing. I don't know.
Right? It's a challenge. It's a challenge. How do you go ahead and be married for 41 years and impress your wife? That's not easy. Like she's seen everything. No, she hasn't. If I'm growing, she has not seen everything. Because as long as I'm growing, I got new tricks up my sleeve. I've got new capabilities. I've got new things. Yeah, that's the ultimate challenge. And then who's next? My
Your
children.
daughters?
Yeah, my children, sons and daughters, and my grandkids. And then it goes out to you guys. Like it's so cool. So Skinner, B.F. Skinner, he did tests on rats. He's a psychologist. Pavlo did tests on dogs, and they talked about motivation. And so, and so on the rats, what they did is they put them, had them in a cage, and they wanted them to hit a button. And how many times they hit the button, they got a treat. So they did tests, and they said, motivating people. How do you motivate rats? Maybe we can learn something about people. So every time they hit it, they got a treat. So every time they hit it, they got a treat. And then 10 treats an hour, whatever it was. Then they changed it and they said, every third time you hit a treat, every third time you hit it, you get a treat. And they hit it more, I believe. But do you know what do you know what do you know what the most motivation was? What the rats responded to the most?
Not getting a treat?
Nope. No, they're not going to do anything.
Was it a pain of some kind?
No, there's something there. I had forgotten about that. No, it wasn't that. It's what slot machines are built on, or Robinhood stocks, predictive. It's random. It's not. It's not every single time and every third time. It's not that. You don't know when it's going to come, and so when you don't know when it's going to come, it motivates you more. And so Nora, she's really good at naturally doing this.
That's interesting.
What's interesting about it?
What you just said. How?
So you study people and you find out what motivates them, and then you do things to motivate them to move them.
Oh, okay.
So Luke and Kenny, they're not very curious. They're not good students.
So, like, For the rats, did it just the button hit the button on random times?
Yeah, like a slot machine. You put a quarter in, a dollar in, and it doesn't pay off. But when it does, there's a dopamine hit. That's why gambling can be so addictive. Oh, you go into a casino, there's no windows. They have got human psychology and it's just addiction. It's like an opium den. Is that what happens on church on Sunday? I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Why churches don't have any windows?
Well, no, I'm just saying that it's dopamine. And so, Kenny, what you got?
I'm thinking that the difference between fear and stress and how we look at things. Like if we're, uh, I think fear seems to paralyze or not causes hesitancy. Where stress, or this, I think this is how it works in my situation, where stress would be more of a motivator. Like, okay, this is all things I have to do. Let's get after it. Let's get it done.
So, when you saw the bear, would you say it
Yep,
was fear or stress?
that was just reflex. I don't think it was either.
How do you see bears frequently?
No,
How can it be reflex?
like the response, the response. I knew what I wanted to do, or I knew what I was gonna do when I see one. I had prepared for that, so I wasn't like, okay, it happened, and bam, I'm ready. I got my gun out, ready to shoot it. There was adrenaline, but I don't think there was fear.
Okay. So I think what you're saying is if we're prepared for situations, then we can have positive reflexes that can go ahead and bring benefit to everybody.
Right. I've actually read something like that where you can run through scenarios in your mind and gain reflexes, or gain like your motor skills connected to it just by going through the actions in your mind.
Right. Absolutely. That's what great athletes do. Yep.
And
So
the blue seal, or the navy, the blue, what are those
Navy SEAL.
super,
Yeah, Navy SEALs.
the pilots, the specific pilots, they do air shows
Oh
and
yeah,
fighter
Top Gun.
jets.
Yeah, Top Gun. Yeah. Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
talking Blue Angels?
Blue angels, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what prepared you to prepare for the bear?
I don't know.
Well, is it fear? Is it awareness?
Oh, it's probably awareness. Yes,
Eh, Awareness of what?
that you could die. That there's bears can eat people.
Yeah, just a
You don't
couple
want to get
ones.
eaten, so
Yeah, right. So is that awareness or fear? I don't know. Like I'm not exactly sure, but there's something. There's wisdom there. So a couple campers in Yellowstone just a couple days ago, they did not have that awareness. They didn't die, but they did get hospitalized because a couple bears got to them. Yipper, yipper. So what's your question?
I guess can you, if you're afraid of something, if you have fear about a certain object or scenario happening, can you look at it as just stress, and then you'll approach it differently? Does it not work like that?
I mean, I would think so. Like if you're not aware or whatever, if you say fear, you're not aware that you can be harmed if you don't go ahead and prepare for the bear, you know, you can be harmed greatly. If you don't prepare for the future can eat you alive. If you go ahead and you're working with a driver personality, your dad is a driver, your brother, your husband, your friend, your wife. Like if you have a driver is going to go ahead and see the future, going to warn people. If people don't go ahead and respond, they are going to go ahead and eat you alive. And if so, you're going to get hurt big time. Now, the amiable likes that.
Why?
Because they can be a victim.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, they can be a victim. Their feelings kick in and they can be a victim. And oh, poor Kenny, he got beat up. He got eaten by a bear. He got mauled. He can be a victim. And then it's like, see, what? I mean, like, I got mauled. So then he can be self-righteous and I'm entitled to reparations. I'm entitled to something because he raised his voice at me. He did this and this and this. So amiables love to get mauled by drivers. Actually, all three of the personalities do. But the amiable, that's the one that loves it the most. Yep. Analytic, they love it. They love it tremendously too, because it wasn't their fault. I mean, they're super smart, great students. I mean, they're phenomenal, but they can't see that one coming. It's like, huh. I mean, even though there's tons of training out there that the analytic is good with details, but they can't see the big picture. They're blind to it. They have lots of reason why they got mauled. And the expressive, they just love the attention. It's just so cool. Like I'm the center of attention. And the driver just rolls their eyes. Just like jeepers. Is there anybody of the 8 billion people? What else you guys got?
Oh, I
So I'll try to demonstrate to Luke and Kenny. I doubt they'll figure it out. But Nora, so it seems like you are aware that you go ahead and look for specific things for people, and then you use that to leverage it and move them the way you want to move them. What's an example of that, Nora?
Mm, I don't know.
Oh, is that a lie?
Is what a lie?
What you just did?
I can't think of one right now.
Are you good at like if you do a memory erase, if you go ahead and block your memory, so you purposely block your memory, like is that lying? If you purposely go ahead and can fog things out, is that lying?
I don't know.
I was just curious. Um, okay, so Nora pretends to not know, and you actually think she's sincere, and she is. What she did is she did a memory lock, and she doesn't want to say because she doesn't want to give up her secrets. So she doesn't want to say. So what she does is she does a memory lock, and she's like boom, like I'm just going to do it. So, so Luke, Kenny, any other questions?
How do you think she does it? Or like,
Yeah. So So, Mark, do you have any examples of it? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Like one of the things she does is she goes ahead and says, um, and she understands all of this. And I'm pretty sure, she didn't get trained in this. It's intuitive with her. Women tend to be better at this than men, but she's better than most women are. So she also knows scarcity. So she knows scarcity. So she's got the ability to go ahead and be scarce with stuff. And so the more scarce you have, the more you appreciate it. So she has this deep understanding of psychological nature of people. And so one of the things she does to me is she'll go ahead and use the scarcity and she'll say, "You're something, Mark. You're something." And that she knows that when she does that, that gets a dopamine hit to my brain. That gives a dopamine hit to my brain, and that she can move me. Really? Uh-huh. That's fascinating, Mark. Uh-huh. And you're aware she's doing it. Uh-huh. Are you okay with it? Uh-huh. Why? I don't know. It brings back memories of my mom and my grandmother of childhood. And so, so she looks for things when she looks for ways that she sees things. Does she do it on purpose, Mark? Pretty sure she does. Is she aware? I'm pretty sure she is. Is it okay? Yeah, it's totally okay. She gains benefit. I gain benefit. And she often does it most of the time, almost always, she does it in front of everybody else. And she's training everybody else to go ahead and manipulate and move me and leverage me. Are you okay with that? I am. Totally. They gain, I gain. It's a mutual exchange. I mean, Anita's actually picked up on that a little bit, which is kind of cute. Like she's actually learning it too. So there's a lot more examples, but we're not going to give all our secrets up, just one. And so in understanding these things, you guys want to be curious. You want to ask questions. You want to do those things because that's going to help you to learn. That's what it's going to be. Like Nora, she's an expert student. I mean, I'm learning so much from her. It's insane. Like it is really cool, really neat. Hopefully this was helpful to everybody. Anybody else have any closing thoughts, comments? All right. So always remember we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. I don't know. Do you guys care about anybody in the world other than yourselves as young men? If you do, you might want to share this with other, men and women. And you go ahead and say to them and you say, hey, you know, you go ahead and say, hey, I don't know. I'm not saying I agree with what was said or disagree with what was said, but this is fascinating stuff. People find this really fascinating. It's like, huh, that's interesting. Always remember we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.